Today I'm at Spring Hill Cemetery in Nashville, Tennessee. It's located just across the road from the Nashville National Cemetery that you saw there. And we're going to head up this hill to see the gravesite of a country legend. No, we're not here to see the gravesite of country music legend Johnny Wright, who you see there at a distance with the double pillars with his wife Kitty Wells's grave. Nor is it to the right this famous marker that a lot of people come to see, who is known as the king of country music, that of Roy Acuff. But it's someone a little farther up the hill. So let's head on up and see who this country legend is. Nor are we here today to see the legendary country music banjo player Earl Scruggs, also known for bluegrass music, and there's his marker with the double brass plaques on it, one for him and one for his wife Louise. But it's a little farther up the hill of this legendary country person that we're here to see today. Today we're going to actually be looking at an altogether different type of country legend. This legend is well known enough to have a marker, a monument, and a large two-sided sign to tell you the story of this man. As you see the monument near the actual gravesite marker, I think you'll realize the man I'm going to be talking about today. And the marker, I can see it from a distance, is just underneath that big tree ahead. You may even recognize who this is from the back of this monument, seeing a hat and maybe a pole in the hand, but I'm pretty sure you're going to really know who it is when I give you this side view here. And that is of the farm boy, as some refer to him as. Some refer to him as the country boy. And yes, he is the mascot or logo for Tennessee Pride Sausage. So today we're going to be looking at the gravesite of Douglas Granville Odom Sr. and members of his family, as well as look at the sign and tell a very interesting story about this family. I'm going to give you a little bit closer look of the monument here that I refer mostly to as the country boy before I show you the family members and tell you a little bit about them. There's actually 5 members of the Odom family buried in this plot here at Spring Hill. And I'm going to take a few steps back and show you the first one. And the first gravesite is that of Douglas Granville Odom Jr. He was born in 1929 and he died in 2020 at the age of 91. Douglas Jr. also served in the Marine Corps. And at the very bottom of the stone, it's hard to read, but it says, "To God be the glory." Douglas Jr. was the oldest son of Louise and Douglas Sr. And next to Douglas's grave is that of his wife, Robbie Hawkins Odom. Robbie was born in 1931 and died in 2013 at the age of 82. And next to Robbie is the gravesite of Douglas Granville Odom. And Douglas Odom Sr., he would be referred to, was born in 1902 and he died in 1977. He was just a month shy of his 75th birthday. And next to Douglas Odom Sr.'s gravesite, we'll be taking a look at that of his wife, Louise Smith Odom. She was born in 1906 and died in 1994 at the age of 88. The last gravesite in this plot that belongs to the Odom family is that of Louise and Douglas Sr.'s youngest son, Richard Allen Odom. He was born in 1933 and died in 2019 at the age of 86. Now I'm going to take a few steps back and take a look at the sign near the road that tells the story of this family from its humble beginnings to being an established brand well known. You may want to even pause the video or enlarge it so you can take a longer look at some of the pictures or the writing on the sign. The sign says, in 1943, with a $1,000 loan, Douglas Granville Odom Sr. and his wife, Louise Odom, converted a chicken house in Madison, Tennessee into a 4-hog-a-day meat grinding sausage business. Son Douglas Jr. remembers helping to mix and blend the sausage with the original secret family recipe of spices into the finest quality of fresh pork. The sausage was packed in cloth bags, stamped with Tennessee Pride, which Louise had sewn by hand. With the back seat removed from their 34 Chevy 4-door sedan, Doug and his sons, Doug Jr. and Richard, loaded the orders and headed for the grocers of Nashville. The back seat was replaced to go to church on Sundays. The Odoms had twin daughters, Judy and June, whose small hands helped turn the cloth bags right side out. While sitting at the kitchen table one day, Judy drew a picture for her dad of a strolling, pole-toting country boy. The family never dreamed of what this icon would come to symbolize. Tennessee Pride became a sponsor of WSM's Grand Ole Opry in 1956. The farm boy remained as a huge backdrop for the Opry stage until 1982, when it came down to be awarded in souvenir portions to donors of the Hank Snow Foundation for Abused Children. Imagine yesteryear on a Friday or Saturday night broadcast of the opera music, hearing that familiar slogan, "Take home a package of Tennessee Pride." For 3 generations and nearly 70 years, the Odom family provided sausage for Tennessee and countless families across America and beyond. As such, Odom's Tennessee Pride Country Sausage became a household name and can still be purchased today in stores and institutions throughout the United States. And at the top section of the front sign is a picture of Douglas Sr. at the age of 33. Now we're going to go over and look to what is considered the back side of the sign, and I'm not going to read you all the things on it, but I do want to mention a couple of things, and you, like I said, you may want to just pause it if you're interested in everything it says. While turning around to see the back part of that sign, you're going to get another good view of the little country boy and the marker for the grave sites of the Odom family. And now on to the back part of the sign. On the back part of the sign, under maintaining a family brand, there was a couple of things that caught my attention, and that is it said, through the years, Doug Jr. oversaw the administration and sales while Richard orchestrated the day-to-day operations in all plant facilities. It also said when Doug Jr. retired, his brother Richard became the chairman of Tennessee Pride, and upon his retirement, Larry Odom, which was Doug Jr. and Robbie's son, became the 3rd generation to president of the company until the sale of the company in 2012. And now to my favorite part of the back part of the sign, and you may remember it real well too. It was the Tennessee Pride jingle. We heard that as part of the Grand Ole Opry over the years, and that was because Tennessee Pride did sponsor a portion of the Grand Ole Opry. And to satisfy my memories of Tennessee Pride on the Grand Ole Opry, and hopefully yours too, I'm going to read what the words to the jingle says. For real country sausage, the best you've ever tried, pick up a pound or 2 of Tennessee Pride. It's real country sausage, yes sirree. The secret of the goodness is the recipe. Well, we start with fresh meat. It's really grand. Pure whole hog pork, the best in the land. We add a dash of X and a pinch of Z. For flavor and taste, we add Y9D. A touch of Odom's magic blends all 3. That's the secret of the secret recipe. For real country sausage, the best you've ever tried, pick up a pound or 2. No other brand will do. Pick up a pound or 2 of Tennessee Pride. I hope you found this video interesting to see the gravesite and also hear the family story of how a poor country boy would become a Tennessee legend. And when this country boy started in 1943, he would never have dreamed how big a legend he would come, and his company would become, I should say. And even though the family sold out the business in 2012, Tennessee Pride is still going on with the same name it always had, and also you can recognize usually the country boy or the little farm boy, if you want to call him that, on the logo portion of the wrapping of this product. So I'll end my video today with another final look at the little country boy, and also say thanks so much for watching, and I hope you have a really good day.